Hello, and now we're going to do a few of the laws and customs of the 3 weeks, starting from the 8th of July, which is the 17th of Tammuz, which was yesterday, up until the 9th of Av, which is on the 30th of July of this calendar year, 2009 of the Common Era, 5767 of the Jewish calendar, 5767 years from creation. And the Jewish law is the depth and meaning of Jewish life. So it's good to understand the laws a little bit. The first thing to do is to know them. So from the seventh, in the concise compendium of Jewish law by Rabbi Gansfried, he writes that from the 17th of Tammuz begins we were broken-hearted and find the very difficult of the destruction of the temple. So we feel that in the Jewish calendar, every calendar year, whatever significant event happens on that calendar day, the same light comes in every year on that same calendar day. For instance, the 6th day of Sivan, what happened? That's right. The temple, the Torah was given to Israel at Mount Sinai, and all of the people saw the voices. There's the highest religious experience ever in history happened in the giving of the Torah. Every year on that same day, we have the same light comes in. And so that makes the festival of Shavuot. Also for difficult things, like the day the temple is destroyed on the 9th of Av, every year there's a destruction. We feel it. We key into it. And in that way, there's no past and no future. It's always present. Be here now. So, we start our period of semi-period of mourning in the 3 weeks. The period is more intense after the first of the new moon of the month of Av. After that, there's greater prohibitions. We even refrain from washing for pleasure, and we refrain from eating meat or drinking wine. Some people are very strict; they don't eat meat or drink wine the whole time from today in the 8th, 9th of July, all the way until the 30th and the 9th of Av. They wouldn't eat wine or drink meat. That's a strict law. You can make meat or drink wine up until after the Rosh Chodesh Av, the first day of the month of Av, which I think is on the 21st. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, if you're a Yoreh Hashem, a God-fearing Jew, you would take care to say the midnight lament, such as Psalm 137. On the rivers of Babylon, there we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung up our lyres. Lyres are harps. And we hung. Someday we may even hang the lyres in another sense. But I don't know if lying is the death penalty. If it requires further study, I think not, unless it causes death or dismemberment. So, anyhow, back to the subject. Someone who's God-fearing will say the proper psalms that one says that normally after midnight, the midnight lament. He'll say it after 12 o'clock in the day, or after 12 noon. He'll sit on the floor and express his mourning with heartfelt recitation of the psalms, and even learning the meaning of them, and feeling it. We don't make weddings in the 3 weeks. Even somebody who has not yet had children. Let's say you might think, he hasn't had children, we'll make a leniency. No, we don't make weddings during the 3 weeks, but we can make a shidduch. Shidduch are matches. We can make engagements. You can even make engagement parties. Up until the first of the month of Av, you can have, if a couple gets engaged, Mazel Tov, make a party, make a feast. From the first of Av, the Rosh Chodesh Av, until Tisha B'Av, you can also make engagements and matches. It's just you don't make a feast, you don't make a festive meal, or you can have a good meal. Kol minei merkachat ukadome. That means all kinds of tasty foods. You just don't make an official meal with bread, and you make a more modest meal that's good and delish. A Jew who's a musician. If a Jew is a musician and makes his money, whether he's a good musician or a bad musician, doesn't matter. The point is that he makes money playing music. It is permitted for him to play for his non-Jewish clients in order to make a living up to Rosh Chodesh Av. But from Rosh Chodesh Av until after the fast is forbidden. Also, he mentioned specifically this great Ashkenazi posek, Rabbi Shlomo Gansfried, who lived about 150, 200, he lived in the 18th century. That would be 250 years ago. He says specifically you cannot play music on the 17th of Tammuz and on the fast of Esther, the 10th of Tevet. On these fast days we don't play music. After the fast day is over, requires further study. Some would say the fast is over already, you're not fasting. And the subject of music is another, we'll open up a little later. Somebody who is, and then we talked about meat. So, bless you all, the fast should turn into a feast, and the Mashiach will come soon in our days, so we won't have, when the knowledge of God fills the world, maybe we won't have to take on these extra customs of mourning, and everything will be groovy. God bless.